Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the Nairobi Senator, Johnson Sakaja, is running for the Nairobi gubernatorial seat on UDA ticket. That means that his party leader is William Samuel Ruto. And yesterday, Senator Johnson Sakaja was on an interview at K24 TV. And there are allegations Sakaja made about President Uhuru Kenyatta's government, first term in office and second term. And he was clear that Uhuru Kenyatta faced a lot of sabotage from the people within the government in his first term in office until he was forced to turn to the military when he got re-elected in his second term in office. And we are asking ourselves a question. Who could be these people Sakaja is talking about that were sabotaging Uhuru Kenyatta's government in the first term in office? I think we will answer that question shortly after this video.
The president was in a tight spot because this, remember, is his second term. In the first term, he had people very close to him and people in government who disappointed him in how they dealt with public trust and public resources. And he found that military officials, while still serving, have been very efficient. They've been able to, take orders without questioning because he's the commander-in-chief. And so it has helped him in many areas, whether it is KMC, whether it is an NMS, and in many other areas, KEMSA, where they're getting into. So in terms of efficiency, then yes, there is some merit to him doing that. In terms of accountability, it is a blow to the Constitution. Because, for instance, in this case, the accounting officer of the NMS is the State House Controller. I've not seen him summoned to any House of Parliament. He will not come. The Military General, to appear before MCAs, is almost intimidating, to them. And so accountability and oversight has gone down. But finally, there is a reason why military affairs and civilian affairs are separate. When you start introducing to the military elements of civilian affairs and running civilian matters, and you bring that culture deeply. And I'm not just talking about NMS, KMC, you go to KEMSA, then tomorrow it will be something else. Then you're eroding a very clear line that historically, not just in Kenya, but globally, has had to be made extremely, extremely separate. Okay. That is why when you need even a military intervention in the country, you need parliamentary approval for it. And so when they get used to resources, they get used to trading, they get used to business, you're trading on dangerous grounds. So it is a quick fix, but can never be a medium to long term.
Okay. Now we are continuing with the Punchline discussion, but just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you are not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, the truth of the matter is that Senator Sakaja tried to some extent to expose some of the people who were sabotaging Uhuru Kenyatta in his first term in office. And according to the senator, those people who were sabotaging Uhuru in first term were edged out when Uhuru turned to the military to help him. Because when he turned to the military, that means this job these people were doing, of course, it was now given to the military officers. So who could be these people? To answer this question is very easy. What we need to check on is those people who Uhuru kicked out of his government, or those people whom Uhuru replaced in the administration. As we are talking now, we understand the deputy president has been saying that kazi yake ilichukuliwa ikapewa Matiang'i. That means Uhuru Kenyatta replaced William Ruto by Fred Matiang'i. So, using Senator Sakaja's remarks, is the senator confirming to us that his party leader, who happened to be our deputy president, was the number one person who was sabotaging President Uhuru Kenyatta in his government? That's just a question I'm asking. Could it be true that William Ruto was the person leading the team that was sabotaging Uhuru Kenyatta government until Uhuru was pushed to a corner to turn to the military for their help? Surprisingly, the person who's talking about this is Sakaja, who happened to be in UDA. And seemingly, most of the people who Uhuru was kicking out, they are in UDA party. Kimani Ichung'wah, mtu wa budget. Irungu Kang'ata, all of these people. And there are many people in those committees. Rigathi Gachagua, and many people who have been saying that walipoteza kazi wakati Raila aliingia kwa serikali. That, in my view, it means these are the people whom Uhuru was doing away with because he learned they were sabotaging his government. So just imagine, we are going to the ballot today. On one side, you have a team of players who are sabotaging President Uhuru Kenyatta's government, a government that they formed. Again, they were here busy sabotaging the same government. They are on ballot. On the other side, we have a team of people who have a reputation in fighting for the liberation of this country. They are on ballot. So my question on this Punchline today, with the wisdom God has put in you, whom are you going to vote for? Is it those who have been sabotaging the government they formed, or those who are fighting for the second liberation of this country? I'm just asking a question. So what does it tell you again when Sakaja talk about people who are sabotaging the government? How are they sabotaging this government? That means there were corruption cases going on. Sabotage was coming through corruption and counter-corruption. Massive looting of government resources. So that means that in one side we have a team where Sakaja belongs, the people who had reputation in looting and stealing the public resources until Uhuru turned to the military to help him. They are on ballot today. And in the other side, the team is contrary opposite to this one. Because Mother Karua is asking up to now, is there any case she has faced in the court to do with the corruption? Is there any case Raila Odinga has faced in the court to do with the corruption? None so ever. So these two are on the ballot. What I'm learning is that Sakaja was exposing his party leader, and he was exposing the entire UDA team, maybe knowingly or unknowingly. Remember, Senator Sakaja alikuwa mwandani wa karibu wa President Uhuru Kenyatta, the former chairman of Jubilee Party, a person who chaired Jubilee, a party that became so much strong in this country one time back. So Sakaja, when he talk, he understands what he's talking about. He is a person who was among the inner circles of President Uhuru Kenyatta. So he's talking from a point of experience and exposure. Unajua wanasema ya kwamba when you see the alligator coming from the water na anakuambia crocodile ni mgonjwa, I think you have to believe, because wewe hujakuwa kwa ile maji. So you have been there, you haven't been there in that water. You just have to believe the information that alligator is delivering if he tells you that the crocodile is sick. Sakaja is here delivering a message from the inner circle of President Uhuru Kenyatta as an insider. So some of us who are not an insider in that government, What should we do other than just believing what Sakaja is saying? So that means there was a plan to sabotage Uhuru government by the people around him. Was it to make Uhuru to fail so that they can now impeach President Uhuru Kenyatta, because they have been talking about some issue to do with impeachment? That's a question. Was this a plan to cause an impeachment to President Uhuru Kenyatta? And is this one of the reasons why Uhuru Kenyatta finally changed his mind from supporting William Samoei Ruto and now just decided to work with a person who is an opponent to William Samoei Ruto, Raila Amolo Odinga? I think, in my view, these are some of the things that informed President Uhuru Kenyatta to have a second thought, putting it in mind that Kenya is a country that needs proper governing so that the Kenyan resources will be in the right hands. Ile Nyatula nasemanga, in whose hands will this country be safe? Is it in the hands of those people who are sabotaging the same government they formed? Or in the hands of the people who have a history of fighting for a change and second liberation? So these are the two people we are having on the ballot. I don't know what you think about this, but that's my view. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you, and see you in our next video.